This is the Roulette Master, and if you want to join a community of people that love to play roulette, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And I've got a really good one for you today. This is a modification video of the one that was called the Holy Grail. And I know a lot of you have been waiting for a remake on this one because we had lots of people sending in modifications, and the ones that were the best I went ahead and put in, and let's see how this goes. I think we can make it even better. So here we go. And if you haven't seen the original, I'm going to cover everything, so don't worry. We're going to start with $10 on first and second 12, just like we did last time. And let's see what we get here, and then I'll go over the changes and then how to play. Okay, so we lost the first one. We're going to sit out after a 0 or third 12 hit so that we don't lose consecutive times with this system. So now we didn't hit third 12 or 0, so we're going to increase the bet from 10 to 20. Right now we're down $20, and here we go. 15 black. Okay, we won. So when we win with this system, we keep the bet the same still, and we're at 20 each. So again, you lose, you increase by unit, you win, you stay the same. That's the same as the original, but we're going to combine this with some from Joe and Barnes' system, which I'm going to go over a little bit more. And when do you know when to reset? I think I have a better time to reset this time around. So 20 on each. 20 on each, and as you can see, we're up $20 right now. And let's see if we get a win. Okay, so that's a loss, so we're going to sit out now. That's like the Joe and Barnes system. That's one modification. And remember that we were at 20 each, so we're going to spin without betting, and we're going to make sure that third 12 or 0 doesn't hit, and that's going to keep us from losing consecutive times in a row. If we had not done that, we would have lost on the 25 and the 34, and this makes it to where you can't lose in a long streak like that. So I think it's a really good modification. So now it's time to bet again. We're going to go from 20 to 30. And it's time to bet again because we didn't hit a third 12 or 0. And let's see what we get. 14 red. That's a win, so we'll stay at 30. Again, we're going to stay when we win. And we're only up 10 right now, but I think we can get this going in the other direction. Another 0 though, so we're going to sit out again. And then we'll go to 40. But first we're going to sit out. And I'm glad we're having some bad spins here because I want to show you guys that this can outlast bad numbers. So now we're going to go from 30 to 40, and the reason we're betting again is because we didn't hit third 12 or 0. Let's see what we get. 20 black. Okay, so we're going to repeat the bet at 40 because we won. We're minus 10 right now. And if you remember, in the original system, you had to get up 150 before you could reset. And here in a second, I'm going to go over what that new number is. 24 black. Okay. So now we're up $30. And that last one was a $40 bet, and we won, so we're still at 40. And here we go. 20 black. Okay, so it was 150 to restart. Now it's going to be 50, and we just surpassed that, so we're going to start over again. The original system, we tried to get to 150 before we restarted. Now we're going to restart after each $50 win. So what I mean by that is now that we're up 70, we need to get up 120 before we restart. So that's important to remember. And here we go. I'm just going to rebet that original bet again. And there's a 0, but that's one reason why it's good to restart. If you have really bad luck, it'll help you out and be much safer. So we're going to sit out until we don't hit 0 or third 12. Again, this saves you from, like, if you had 10 in a row, third 12 and zeros, you'd lose them all with this, but we're not going to lose them, any of them. So we're just going to keep spinning. And when you do hit a bunch of third 12s in a row, it makes you feel good. You feel like you dodged a bullet like we did there. Look at that. We just dodged 3 bullets in a row there. And that's why the Joe and Barnes system's so good. So I'm glad that I had a lot of people say, hey, why don't you mix this with the Joe and Barnes system? And that's what I did. So we didn't hit third 12 or 0 finally. So we're going to increase to 20. And just remember that new number is $120 before we reset, because we were at 70. Okay, so now we're up 80. And we're at 20 each still because we won. We keep the bet the same. And that's another loss. So the next one will be 30 each, but we're going to sit out again and try to not get a third 12 or 0. See, that saved us money again. Look at that. So we didn't lose a thing, and all these bad spins are not killing us, and that's just a really good modification. So we didn't hit third 12 or 0, so it's time to bet again, and we're at 30 now. Let's see if we can get a win. Oh man, we hit another 0. Look at all those zeros on the board. Okay, so that's why we're trying to be a little safer this time. So that was at 30. Let's spin without betting until we don't hit third 12 and 0 again. But the next bet will be 40. And see, that saved us again. Look at that. So that's fantastic. So that's good to see that we didn't lose on that 33 there. And all these third 12s and 0s have saved us. So now we're going to keep spinning until we don't hit third 12 or 0. So that's going to really save us some money. See, it saved us again. We would have lost all those, and we didn't lose a thing. So the only way to lose is third 12 and 0, and we made it now to where you can't lose consecutively on third 12 or 0. So that's pretty big. So the next one's going to be 40 now that we didn't hit a 0 or third 12. Just remember our next target number. Okay, we got a win. Now we're going to stay at 40. Okay, we're up 20 right now. Remember, our target's 120. There's another loss, though. Man, this is rough. That's okay. We can endure. So 40 each. We're going to sit out. Next one will be a $50 bet. See, that saved us again. Man, this is really good. Seeing all the money we're saving when it hits third 12. See, it saved us again. Really cool. Really cool. This would be the worst session ever if we were not doing the Joe and Barnes modification on this. So now we're at 50. We didn't hit third 12 or 0. So we're going to go ahead and spend now. Let's turn this around now. Oh, another loss. Okay, we're going to 60 now once we sit out. And this is good, though. A lot of you say, well, I want to see some of the sessions where you struggle. And a lot of these sessions I do. I just have a tendency to come back. A lot of times I play until I do get back. And sometimes if I'm ahead, I end the session at a certain time period. So let's see what we got here. We're minus 160. The next bet's going to be 60 each. And I enjoy the challenge of climbing out of these holes. So there's a win at 60. Again, we're going to stay at 60 because we won. And here we go. Finally, we got a couple wins in a row. All right, 60 again. Then we'll check our balance. Okay, we got another win. That's 3 in a row. And we're back in profit. We're just going to stay at that 60 until we get to that 120 number. Okay, we got another win. Now we're at 80. We need one more to hit our next target. Ooh, and we lost. So next one's going to be 70. Let's sit out for the next one. See, it saved us again. All right. Boy, this is the Joe and Barnes modification has really saved us. Okay, it's time to bet again. And here we go. Okay, we got a win. Let's check our balance. We're up 30. Let's rebet. And let's get some wins. Ooh, man, this is a rough ride. That's okay. Now we're going to 80. Let's sit out first. I still think we can do it. It saved us again. Look at that. This would be one of the worst sessions ever if we didn't have this modification. Now we're going to 80. We're just basically making it to where we can't lose a bunch in a row, and that's fantastic. All right, we got the win. All right, so let's rebet that $80. Then we'll check our profit and see where we're at. Got another win. Up 50. And if you wanted to, you could definitely restart now up 50, but we were going 50 at a time, so let's try to get that, but that would have been smart. We hit 00 again. So we'll go to 90 now. Let's spin without betting first. Okay, we didn't hit third 12 or 0, so we're going to 90. And just like Lenny's system, what this system requires is large bankroll, patience. Large bankroll and patience. Okay, we won at 90, so let's rebet. See if we can get a few wins. Got another win. Up 70. All we need is one more. Let's do this. Oh man, another loss. Okay, we'll sit out again, then go to $100. Okay, we didn't hit third 12 or 0. All right, let's get a win here. Okay, we got a win. Let's check our balance. We're minus 10. Here we go again. Got a win. Now we just need one more. We get a win here, we'll be all set. All right, we finally did it. So what did it take? Patience and a large bankroll. That's why I always have at least 1,000 when I do this. And you got to have the patience to wait around for it because you're never going to hit the table maximum. So hope that was a good learning lesson there. And that was a horrible session, but the modifications of 50 at a time instead of 150, and then the Joe and Barnes modification of sitting out after a third 12 or 0 losses has really helped, because I would have been in all kinds of trouble without the Joe and Barnes modification there. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have a system, I'd love to see it. Please send it in. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.